coast of North Cornwall and North Devon is a series of tall menacing cliffs and rocky shores, with a few small havens and harbours. Padstow, famous for its hobby horse festival every May Day, is one of the largest medieval towns in Cornwall, retaining its unspoilt narrow streets and its mellow stone buildings. The harbour, unlike most fishing villages, does not face the open sea, but stands on the estuary of the River Camel. Over Tintagel Bay shows what is alleged to be King Arthur's castle. The cliffs, which used to support the great drawbridge, have been eaten away by the sea, so that the gateway and outer courts are on the mainland, and the great hall and inner courts are on the island. The remains of a dining hall, chapel, battlements and a well are visible. And here it is possible to dream of the brave King Arthur of the legend and of his valiant knights as created by Mallory and Tennyson. Evidence has been found that the castle was built by the Earl of Cornwall in the middle of the 12th century and added to by one of Henry III's brothers, and thereafter used chiefly as a prison. A Celtic monastery originally stood on the site, and it is thought that Christianity came here as early as 390 AD and was the first religious settlement in the country. Whatever the truth of Tintagel, legend and landscape combine to produce an air of romance in this whole area. Going east from Tintagel is Rocky Valley, with a stream falling over sheer cliffs into Bosney Haven, a very secluded stretch of beach. Boscastle is a quaint Cornish village with charming white painted cottages clinging to the steep hillside. The road through the village winds its way down to a landlocked natural harbour, which is a reminder of this old-fashioned seaport before the coming of the railway. The River Valency flows through this beautiful valley, which is owned by the National Trust. Home is the sailor, home with his catch. Crackington Haven, a place of beauty, with cliffs rising dramatically to 400 feet. Just to the west is the rocky resting place of many ill-fated ships. Clovelly is a picturesque village, perhaps one of the best known in Devon, with its steep, narrow, cobbled main street straggling down to the harbour. Donkeys are the only means of delivering goods through the village. The lifeboat is anchored out in the bay, with its crew at the ready for any emergency. From the harbour, it is possible to see how the village clings precariously to the cliff face. Hartland Point is a wind-swept headland with a lighthouse built low on the cliff face. The light is visible over 20 miles away. Wildflowers grow in abundance here. The popular holiday resort of Ilfracombe is built round its harbour, making sailing and fishing two of its major attractions. Summer shows, amusements, and its many well-kept parks also help to make this the most perfect of North Devon holiday centres. At Mowenstow, the church and vicarage dominate the village. Rising above the trees are the vicarage chimney stacks in the shape of miniature church towers. They are part of the fantasy of the builder, a Celtic poet, the Reverend Robert S. Hawker, who was priest of the village between 1834 and 1875. In the early 1870s, he persuaded his parishioners to bring fruits of the earth to the church, where he gave thanks to the Lord for his bounty. The custom spread, and today we still celebrate Harvest Festival, as it has come to be known. Across the fields from the church, where the cliffs fall steeply and dramatically into the sea, the Reverend Hawker built himself a retreat into the side of the cliffs, where he used to meditate and study. He could also be seen when a ship had foundered, rushing to the rocks, cassock flying, saving as many sailors as possible, whilst the rest of his congregation plundered the wreck. One of his eccentricities was to bury sailors in the consecrated ground around the church, which was not common practice at that time. This coastline, with its pitiless seas and unyielding cliffs, has taken such a toll of men and ships that it is well named the Savage Coast.